Meanwhile, President-elect Trump spent part of his Thanksgiving trying to persuade Indiana air conditioner maker Carrier to keep their production right here in the United States. I want you to take a look at this. It's a tweet. I'm working hard, even on Thanksgiving, trying to get a Carrier AC company to stay in the U.S., making progress. We'll know soon. Scott Shellady, he pledged to keep jobs in this country from not leaving this country. What do you make of that tweet?
It's kind of like the Ford. I mean, it's going to take a lot longer than working on Thanksgiving to kind of have a company sea change like that to move something from one country to another. So it remains to be seen. But I think it depends on how far Carrier is down that road and if they, if they can really reverse their plans. I think that that's a really big deal, and it's nothing that you can be solved in a week. That's more like a 2, 3, 4 month kind of an ordeal.
You know, here's the thing, Jeff. Carrier is part of United Technologies, a behemoth of a company. They got aerospace, which did $14 billion so far year to date. Pratt & Whitney, $15 billion. Otis Elevator, $12 billion. This climate business is good for them also, and the margins are 18%. They're not moving year over year, but they've got healthy margins there. How do they reconcile the American public and their shareholders the notion of keeping their Carrier here if it's going to hit their bottom line?
Well, I think there's one thing that has to be very stressed in this situation is that production costs in the U.S. are significantly higher. And I'm all for bringing jobs back to the U.S., but Trump has got to make it. He's got to make it profitable for them. He has got to lower the corporate taxes in order for them to make it profitable. Carrier is one particular company that really needs profitability in a desperate way. So there could be some casualties. There could be some collateral damage from this, and Carrier could be one of them.
You know, here's the thing. They've got aerospace that does a lot of government business. Pratt & Whitney does a lot of government business. I like the idea of the carrot, not the stick, Tammy. You know, the threats throughout the campaign bothered me. I like that he already told Apple, hey, we could work on some tax cuts if you bring iPhones back. Maybe he's doing the same thing with Carrier.
Yeah, look, and this is about closing the plant by 2019, so there's time with Scott's concern. But the layoffs are scheduled to start next year. So, and even Carrier tweeted, yes, we're talking to President-elect Trump, and there's nothing to report quite yet. But I think that there's a different approach with Donald Trump versus what government normally does, which operates like a turtle. Right. Here we've got a hare. And this is, I think, a big difference, that we're going to see something. They're going to be able to come to a deal because that's what this man does.
This will be absolutely huge. All right, guys, thank you very much.